Hello everyone, and welcome to Algebra 2, Chapter 7, Lesson 4, Properties of Logarithms. In this video, we're going to look at the properties of logarithms that we use to simplify logarithmic expressions. So let's take a look at our first three properties. The first property we have is the product property of logarithms, and that says if you have the log of a product, it's the same thing as the log of the first factor plus the log of the second factor. So maybe my product was 32 here. I can do the log of 8 plus the log of 4. Now, another thing I can do is if I have addition happening with logarithms of the same base, I can combine it into a product. So if this was log of 10 plus log of 100, I can do log of 1,000. So I can do that as well. Now, the quotient property says that if I have the log of a quotient, like log of 20 over 2, I can do log of 20 minus log of 2. So I can separate that out into subtraction. I'm also allowed to go backwards as well. So if I have log of 20 minus log of 2, I can do log of 20 over 2. Now, we use this to help us simplify these expressions. One thing to be careful about with this quotient property, though, is that the bottom number is what's getting subtracted over here, and whatever is subtracted is in the denominator. The last property we have in this is the power property of logarithms. So if you have log of something to a power, you can take that power and put it in front of the log as a multiplication. So log of a to the b power is that b number times the log of a. So let me show you a little bit about why this works. These properties are related to the properties of exponents. Remember, when we're multiplying values with the same base, we add the exponents. Notice multiplication is changed into addition. With quotients, remember, when we're dividing values with the same base, we subtract their exponents. So division is changed to subtraction. And when we have a power raised to a power, we multiply the two powers. So notice a power is changed into multiplication. So they're related to those laws of exponents that we learned in Chapter 1. Let's take a look at a few examples to see how we would apply these. In examples 1 through 3, we're asked to express each expression as a single logarithm and then simplify as far as possible. So I would encourage you to pause this video and try each of these questions and then hit play to see the answer, or just keep it rolling and you will see the answer. In part A, it says addition here. So what I'm allowed to do is multiply 2 times 32 to get 64 and keep just one single logarithm. So log base 4 of 64 is what I'm given. Now 4 to the third power is 64, so the answer here is 3. Okay, notice 4 to the 1/2 power is 2, but 4 to the what power is 32? You might not know that one. It's actually 2.5, but you probably don't know that. So it would be hard to do in this way, but when you combine it to 64, you can easily get to the 3. And that's why we use this. Now in the second equation, we had 32, log base 2 of 32 minus log base 2 of 4. So we're going to combine this using division. I'm going to do 32 divided by 4 is 8. And then do log base 2 of 8, which is, okay, so notice if we had done this just with the log base 2 of 32, log base 32 is 5, and log base 2 of 4 is 2. So you have 5 minus 2 here, which is 3. And we could check our work on this one because both 32 and 4 are powers of 2. So you can see that that law is correct. Now we have 2 more example questions, so let's see what they are. In this example, we have the same directions, and they've given you log base 3 of 81 squared, and log base 5 of 1/5 to the third. So again, I'd encourage you to pause this video or just keep it playing just to see what the answers are. For this first one, I'm going to use the power property to take this 2 and move it to the front because 81 squared is a rather large number, and I'm not sure what power of 3 would be that number. So I have 2 times log base 3 of 81. Now I happen to know that 3 to the 4th power is 81. If you don't happen to know that, what you can do is try powers of 3 and say, okay, 3 to the 1st is 3, 3 to the 2nd is 9, 3 to the 3rd is 27, 3 to the 4th is 81. Just check those powers. So this is really 2 times 4, and 2 times 4 is 8. So 8 is our answer. Now in part D here, we're going to use the same power property to rewrite this expression. So I moved this 3 to the front, and then I have log base 5 of 1/5. Now anytime this number is less than the base, look at square roots or negative exponents. A negative exponent will take this 5 and put it in the denominator, which is what I have. So this is 5 to the negative 1. If this was 1 over 25, it would be 5 to the negative 2. 1 over 125 would be 5 to the negative 3. So you'd get a negative power on this. And I have 3 times that negative power. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. That's the answer here. Okay, so there are more videos about this with more properties to take a look at. So hopefully you'll join me for those.